Yo, what is up? So basically today, we're going to be talking about the Bubblegum Simulator Infinity drama that's been happening. A lot of people that play this game are not very happy with the devs. Because if you didn't know, obviously, we had like the biggest update ever, which introduced World 2, the Season 2, and also the Trading Plaza all in one update, which is absolutely insane. People were loving it. But unfortunately, the next week, pretty much, or the next update, I should say, we got a massive nerf. And people are very, very sad. Please do consider leaving a like and subscribing. It is much appreciated. Now, I'm sure everyone knows about the nerfs by now. I mean, they're pretty obvious. I won't lie. But Isaac has actually responded to all of this, like, drama that's going on. So I guess I will read this out to you, just in case you don't have Discord or Twitter. Also, do let me know your opinion in the comments as well. I'm very curious to know. Because obviously, I mean, there's some people that are like overreacting. I've literally seen comments of people saying that they're literally quitting BGSI over this. I mean, you know, like I said, that seems a little extreme. You know what I mean? Yeah, do let me know in the comments. Anyway, I'll give my opinion on what I think after I've read out what Isaac has said in the Discord. Okay, so here we go. He said, "Hi everyone. I wanted to put out a quick message regarding the changes in the recent update. First and foremost, none of these changes were made with the intention to target our free-to-play audience. I think we can all agree this game is extremely free-to-play and there's a lot of pay-to-win content we could add to the game that we choose not to. Our goal with BGSI is to keep it as free-to-play as possible. Now, let's discuss the changes. Nerfs suck. Let's be honest. No one likes nerfs. No one wants nerfs. I get it. We are trying our hardest to not nerf our games by making sure the content we add ahead of time is solid while developing World 2. The developers and myself ended up pulling a couple all-nighters to make sure we could get you the quality of content you deserve. This ended up leaving the balance of the board to last minute as we were trying to develop the world, and yeah, we messed up the balance. Causing potions ended up being too easy to get. I want you to think about the release of the game, where you'd grind multiple gem genie quests with the hope of getting an infinity elixir. The hope of getting multiple Evos, which is short for evolved potions, if you didn't know. Even the nerfed version of this board is more reliable than release. I understand that there was a huge thrill in all the luck and potions obtainable from the board, but we're not just thinking about the now while developing this game. We're thinking about the future of Bubblegum Simulator Infinity. This is a permanent world, which means what's here now affects the rest of the game's longevity. The rarity of the pets, the amount of grind you need to do, and the ultimate excitement of getting a chase pet. I implore you to look at how the board game was prior to this update and think if that was truly healthy for the game in the future. We're not trying to develop a game just for the present, but also a game you want to come back to. We really value your time and don't want to make a game that falls off because of early development choices and mistakes. Right now, the update we make will affect the foundation of the BGSI. I think after waiting years for this sequel, we owe it to you to make a healthy, balanced game rather than a temporary excitement that dies off. Will we always make perfect updates? Of course not. However, we are developers that are trying our best to listen to our community as much as we can. Anyways, I'm putting this out there for the community to know that you're not unheard and to know the choices were made the way they were. We hope you can understand where we're coming from. We care about our community a lot and we're excited to make BGSI a long-lasting game for you all. So yeah, that was everything that Isaac has said here. Quite a big paragraph, to be fair, and he gives a lot of information, which is nice. So yeah, obviously, I mean, Isaac put a lot of information there on that Discord post. Because yeah, like I said, a lot of people weren't very happy, but you know, about the nerfs and stuff. Because well, if you didn't know, basically, pretty much everything on the board game got nerfed. Like, I'm not even joking. So basically, what happened? I mean, the biggest nerf I'm pretty sure people are upset about the most is the infinity elixir on the game board. Basically, before, if you landed on this like tile, the infinity elixir actually got added to your inventory, which basically meant that you could get like hundreds of these. Like, I'm not joking, everyone was getting hundreds and potentially, I mean, some players are even getting thousands of them. I mean, it was pretty insane, you know. And just like what Isaac said in the post, you know, you got to think about the longevity of the game, because I think another thing that people forget about is this is a permanent world. So this board game, you know, it's not an event. Like, this isn't here for a week or two. This is going to be in the game forever. So imagine in like, I don't know, in a future update when like World 5 comes out, you'll technically still be able to come back here and play this board game, right? So imagine if the board game was as broken as it was before and everyone was getting hundreds of infinity elixirs, right? And keep in mind, that was only in 1 week. So imagine that far in the future, people would literally have like tens of thousands of infinity elixirs at that point, right? Like the game would be like completely broken. Because let's be honest, the infinity elixirs, they are so OP. Because you literally get double the luck, double the hatch speed. So, of course, you know, they should be an item that's like not the easiest to get. So they definitely needed to be nerfed down a bit. Also on the board game, obviously they nerfed the keys as well. Because, yeah, before it was actually that you got free keys every time you landed on it. So actually this section of the board here, I'm pretty sure it was the most OP for keys. Because before it was like you get free keys here, and then free keys here. So you would have got 9 keys just on these 3 in the previous update. Obviously, they replaced this middle one with the new tile, which is the underworld egg, like Rift Island thingy. Now, not only did they also nerf like the board game and obviously those keys, they also nerfed that like chest, you know, the dice chest as well. Pretty sure that got affected pretty hard. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but someone told me they used hundreds of dice keys on the new like dice chest after the update, and apparently they only got 2 elixirs. I don't know. Someone let me know if that's true. That's pretty crazy. I mean, that is a massive nerf to the dice chest as well. To be honest, I feel like one of the best ways to look at this situation is to just treat the update before, you know, when the board game was really OP and you could get like hundreds of infinity elixirs, just kind of as like a 1 week event sort of thing. I mean, technically it wasn't, obviously, you know, they just messed up the balancing, but I guess you could pretty much just see it that way. It was basically just like a 1 week event of where it was like super OP. But now after that week, obviously they had to balance it because now it's going to be, you know, they had to make it suitable for the game because obviously this board game is now going to be in the game forever. That's kind of just the way I see it, basically. Because, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, obviously I am sad about the nerf, you know what I mean? Like, who isn't? Because trust me, we all love infinity elixirs. But let's be honest, it definitely wasn't healthy for the game. It was definitely needed to be done. Do actually let me know how many infinity elixirs you got from the board game when it was like, you know, really OP. Because, yeah, I think I went up to like 300, which, to be honest, I'm kind of annoyed at myself that I didn't grind it even more. Like, I could have potentially put more time in, you know what I mean? But obviously I didn't really know that the board game was going to be like, obviously, you know, nerfed the way it was, which, to be honest, I feel like I should have saw coming because obviously, you know, it was really OP. Like, I do remember thinking at the time, like, wow, this is broken. But for some reason, I didn't connect the dots and think it would have like a huge nerf for some reason. I don't know. I've got some pretty low IQ there. Like, I should have grinded it, man. I should have took full advantage. I should have got 1,000 infinity elixirs. But yeah, actually, I think one of my main problems was, to be honest, and to be fair to myself, I think I kept running out of those singular dice. I think that's actually one of the main reasons why I didn't grind as many infinity elixirs when the board game was really OP. But yeah, do let me know in the comments, you know, have you quit Bubblegum Simulator Infinity because of this? I think I might briefly mention that in the beginning, but I'm not joking. I literally saw comments saying that, which obviously is, yeah, that's pretty extreme, right? You know, they probably just typed that comment out of like temporary, like anger, I guess. You know, I'm sure they won't actually quit because of this nerf. They're probably just annoyed in the moment, you know. But then whoever typed that comment, then they probably, you know, they'll probably calm down and then realize it's not that deep. Then probably just continue playing, to be fair. Which, actually, my dice merchant, let me quickly claim all this. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Claim everything. Although, because the dice chest was, like, nerfed now, I don't even know if it's worth using the dice keys. I don't even know. I've not seen one for a while, to be fair. Also, look how many Lord Shocks are being hatched in the chat, dude. This is insane. Oh, yeah. Another thing I want to quickly mention, obviously, you know, apparently the dev team for bgsi, apparently it's only like 3 developers, I think. I don't know. It's something like that. It's very low. And Isaac did say in that message that he posted that, you know, they pulled a couple overnighters to complete the update. So basically, because, you know, they put so much time into actually finishing the update to make sure it wasn't buggy or anything, they pretty much didn't have that much time left to actually do the testing. So that was kind of one of the main reasons that it was so OP. You know, because obviously at the minute, they're basically updating every week at this point. And I feel like majority of players are expecting an update every week. Like usually Friday. I think everyone expects an update on Friday. But if not, sometimes it gets pushed back to Saturday or Sunday. So you can imagine, like, if you're working that hard on an update, you know, because let's be honest, it was a really big update. I mean, Season 2, World 2 and the Trading Plaza, that's a pretty big update, especially when they're updating weekly. You know what I mean? To code all of that stuff, that would have taken so much time. I mean, I know absolutely nothing about developing, but I'm sure it would have taken a while, you know what I mean? So yeah, it does make sense that obviously they didn't have enough time to actually fully test the game. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to end this video off here. Appreciate you watching. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.